morning and God bless you. I'm here to motivate, inspire, impact, encourage you in any way that I can. Sacrifice Saturday. I have a question to ask you. How far are you willing to go? Don't answer too fast. How far are you willing to go, and how deep are you willing to sacrifice to reach your goal? Faith without works is dead. We all know that. So ask yourself this question as I'm asking you this question. How far are you willing to go? Let's walk and talk, y'all. You know, I want to be the greatest husband to my wife. For my wife. Not for my children. Not for you. Not for my neighbor. But for her. My personal reasons. You know, I feel like she deserves it. You know, I know she deserves it. So that's one of my goals, y'all. But I got to fight daily. I got to work hard on that. Like, I can't just say something and think that it's just going to magically happen for me. I have to start working towards that goal. And that goal requires a lot of sacrifice. That goal requires me to ask myself that question every day. How far am I willing to go? When we argue and I feel like giving up, I got to ask myself that question again. How far am I willing to go? How deep am I willing to sacrifice? You know, when I'm being tempted by the enemy, I got to ask myself, how far am I willing to go to be the greatest husband to my wife? When temptation pushes up on me, I got to ask myself that question. Am I willing to give up lust for love? Am I willing to put down childish things to become a man? Am I willing to sacrifice my point, get my point across? Am I willing to sacrifice these things to build that perfect relationship? When I say perfect, I don't mean overall perfection. I mean perfect for me and her. Because I'm not worried about what nobody else think about us. I'm worried about what we think about us. You know, I asked that question. My wife asked herself that question. Are we sacrificing enough? How far are we willing to go? Now, we're approaching 9 years on our marriage, but there's a lot more sacrifice that is required for me and her to reach that goal. Now, that's my goal. Remember, my wife ain't never said that, hey, I want to be the greatest wife, you know, to my husband. I know she do, but at the same time, I spoke this thing. See, we have bad habits, y'all. A lot of times, we speak some stuff to make ourselves look good. Or we'll say some stuff that we don't really mean, and we never back it up with action. A lot of times we are being taken for a joke because we'll say some stuff, but we don't put the works behind it to put that thing in motion. But I'm going to let you know now, you have to be willing to go deep. You have to be willing to sacrifice beyond your own imagination. You have to be willing to put down all your childish ways, to put down your ways. You got to be willing to crucify your flesh. You got to be willing to deny yourself in order to sacrifice. I want you to think about that for a minute. How far are you willing to go? How deep are you willing to sacrifice for your goals? Like, what are you willing to do? I talked about my wife. Let's talk about the children. Let's talk about our children. You know, we out here taking care of other people's kids before we taking care of our own. Because it's easier. Because you ain't got to go to court and fight for your child. Because you got a weak mindset and you let the other parent make all the rules. Because it's easier to just let her take care of the child. It's easier to just let him take care of the child. And you jump in a relationship with somebody else and start taking care of their kids. But then you whining and complaining about how you can't see your baby. Then you making posts on Facebook and Twitter, you know, bashing the other parent because you're not willing to sacrifice and do the work that's necessary to get custody or joint custody of your child. I'm gonna tell you one thing about me and mine. My children will never inherit excuses. No, they're gonna inherit this work ethic. They're gonna inherit responsibility. They will inherit work, sacrifice, love. They gonna inherit that fight mentality. No, my kids won't inherit no weak mindset. I guarantee you that. Because I'm doing the work. I'm already sacrificing. they get to see it at first hand. What it looks like, what it feels like, even through trial and tribulation, even through pain. They know what it looked like. Let's talk about our dreams and our goals. That business goal, that financial goal. You rather wake up every morning just to post on Facebook, post on Instagram, post on Twitter, Snapchat, and entertain people. You want to be a comedian, but you ain't getting paid for it. You rather get up and put your energy into something that's not going to give you a good return. And that's the issue we have, y'all. Our priorities is all jacked up. We're not sacrificing to see our dreams manifest. No, we're not making those sacrifices. We wake up playing. We wake up trying to make people laugh or be in everybody else's business except ours. Yeah, we wake up talking about celebrities, talking about athletes, and like, okay, that's cool. You want to talk about Mike? That's cool. But how are you sacrificing to accomplish your goals? What are you doing? They already did what they had to do. They already rich. Their family already set. They're already wealthy. What about you and yours? You just want to talk about them all day. You wake up with gossip on your mind. You wake up with somebody else's business on your lips. You're talking about somebody else, and you worry about somebody else's success or the things they accomplish or they drama, they beef. You worry about somebody else's kids and somebody else's lifestyle, but you're not taking those necessary steps to accomplish yours. And again, I say this because I love you. I say this because I want to see somebody motivated. I want to see somebody get up and rise up from their situation and say, look, I'm going to start handling my business. I want you to get up in the morning. Don't post on Facebook. I want you to get up in the morning and go work out. Get up and read a book. Do something. Invest in something. Sow a seed that's going to bring a good return for your life. Because it's just not about you. Your children got to eat. Your children's children got to eat. They need to inherit principles. Come on, y'all. We got to start handling our own business. You rather depend on the government and be yelling and crying and throwing a fit on social media about what the government didn't give you or what somebody else didn't give you. Take that same energy and put it into investing in yourself, investing in your dreams and your goals, handling your business. You wake up every morning trying to eat out of somebody else's hand. You waking up every morning waiting for somebody to feed you. Come on, y'all, we got to do better than that. Because if you haven't learned anything now, then you're going to be stuck in the same place. Because people have revealed to you who they are and how far you can get in their system. Health, y'all. Like I said, how much sacrifice are you willing to put in? How far are you willing to go with your sacrifice? You cry about being fat. You cry about being out of shape. You crying about being unhealthy. You crying that your family is dying of all these diseases and illnesses, but you following in those footsteps. You're not doing anything today that's going to change the trajectory of your health. You're not doing anything today that's going to change the trajectory of your wealth. And I know what it is. We don't have the information that we need. But what you think I'm doing every morning for you? I'm putting out these videos. I'm getting you this information. I'm making sure that you know all the things that I know so you can do what's required for you to do to get where you need to be. See, because if you knew that the black wealth is projected to be $0 by 2053, you'll be working. You will stop playing and stop posting and stop getting in everybody else's business and get to work. They project black people to be broke by 2053. And you don't know that because you're watching too many Netflix series and documentaries and sitcoms and drama TV shows and all that. You on the internet, you watching what your neighbor doing. You watching what your cousin doing, your auntie and your brother, but you ain't watching what you doing. You playing with your life. Your life is a joke because you're not applying the information. You don't even know the information because you and somebody else's information. You got the 411 on everybody else except you. You know what everybody else is doing, but you don't know what you're doing. You know where everybody else is going, but you don't know where you're going. You know everything about the Kardashians. You know everything about Jay-Z, Kanye, but you don't have a 5-year plan. You don't have a 10-year plan. Let's get it together, y'all. I love you. Be motivated, be encouraged. I'm dropping you this information so you can apply it and make a change in your life, not just your life, but your family's life.